Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to yet another interesting session of Muskaan, an initiative of Prabha Khaitan Foundation and Education for All Trust, supported by Shree Cement Limited. Prabha Khaitan Foundation is an organization based in Kolkata, founded by late Dr. Prabha Khaitan, dedicated to socio-cultural welfare and humanitarian causes. The foundation's initiative, Muskaan, aims at popularizing heritage literature and culture nationwide among children and young adults by weaving it into formal and informal education through various student activities. Some of the ways adopted to do this are cultural programs, storytelling sessions, theater, dance, music, and art, which are organized via collaborations with our national and international associations and institutes, both pan-India and overseas network of schools, educational and art institutions. Today we have amongst us Ms. Suchita Maheshwari, Master of Computer Management, Emotional Intelligence, Mental Health, Positive Intelligence, RAKtivist. She is a RAKtivist, that is R-A-K, that is a member of Random Acts of Kindness community. Her wish is for everyone to know that they have the strength to make the world a better place by practicing small acts of kindness whenever and wherever possible. The emotional intelligence, mental health, first aid, and positive intelligence training has helped her develop an immersive program that includes social emotional learning and value-based education. A Kind Me is a small effort to inculcate values like empathy, sharing, helping, compassion, gratitude, and caring in kids and make them emotionally intelligent. So over to you, Ms. Maheshwari.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much, Sumitra ma'am, for that lovely introduction. And I would like to start with thanking Prabha Khaitan Foundation, Education for All, and Muskaan, and of course, Shree Cement Limited for making this session possible. It is wonderful to see all the kids who are joining in today and all the smiling faces. I'm so excited for this session. We will talk a bit about emotional understanding, then how emotions help us and how to use them to convert any situation to a positive situation, right? Then the next thing that we will learn in this session today is we will talk about gratitude and how you can use gratitude in your daily life. We will watch a video about a gratitude jar. And in the end of the session, we will have the fruits and 10 minutes for questions. That's the flow for today. I would like to begin with asking how you are feeling today. If Mansi ma'am could share the emotional chart, the kids can look at the chart and they can start typing in the chat box how they are feeling today. You can use the emotional chart to describe how you're feeling. Sometimes you could be feeling one or two emotions together, and that is okay. I can see that some kids are raising their hands and they want to talk. Ma'am, if we could have one or two kids talk. So Ishanika is saying she's feeling very, very nice. Ahan is saying, ma'am, I am feeling happy and relaxed and energetic. Wow, those are amazing emotions to have. Aishi is saying that they're feeling excited. Vanya is feeling loving. It's wonderful to see how you all are feeling today. I'm also feeling 2 or 3 emotions today. I am obviously very happy and excited to see you all the smiling faces. But I'm feeling a little nervous as well. You know why I'm feeling nervous? I am hoping that you all like me, you enjoy my class, you get to learn something new today. So feeling excited and feeling nervous. Do you think feeling nervous is a bad thing? I would like for you to chat in the type in the chat box if you think that feeling nervous is bad. Have you ever felt nervous, or have you ever felt scared? So I can see some of the kids are saying that feeling nervous is not a bad thing. That's amazing. Does anybody want to share a time when they felt scared or nervous?
You want me to unmute them?
Yes, if we can unmute somebody to talk.
Okay.
There are so many kids. I would love to talk to each one of them. I know that's not possible, but let's have as many kids join in and talk as possible.
Ma'am, I was very cool and well. I was happy daily.
You are happy daily. That's amazing. Monish, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you want to share about a time when you were not feeling so happy and cool? Maybe when you were feeling a little nervous or scared?
Ma'am, I will not feel well. Then I'm not well.
When you're not well, sometimes, yeah, you don't feel as good. You feel nervous. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing. So does anybody else want to share? I can see Lavanya.
I am excited daily.
You're also excited daily. That's wonderful. It's so nice to have kids who are excited, but you know, there are so many other emotions also that you feel in a day. Other than excited, what do you feel?
And scared.
Scared, yeah. What makes you feel scared? Okay. Do you want to tell me when you feel scared, what do you do?
I read in my mind the Hanuman Chalisa.
My God, that is amazing. I love that idea. I am also going to try that. That's wonderful. So that's a tool that you're using, right? To feel less scared. Yeah, because feeling scared might not be such a good feeling, right?
Yes.
Let's understand more about this with a story. Mansi ma'am, if you could share the video of the lion and the rabbit.
Yeah.
Do you all know the story of the lion and the rabbit? You can type in the chat box if you know. If somebody doesn't know, we can revise the story. We can talk more about it.
You tell me to stop when you...
Yeah. Yes, sure.
You can see?
Yes, so this is the first screen and we are going to look at this story. I can see that most of you are saying yes. So there was a jungle where the king of the jungle was the lion, right? And once he decided, I'm feeling too lazy, I'm not going to hunt for animals every day. So he called a meeting of all the animals and he said, from now on, you have to send one person to me, one animal to me to eat every day. Okay, they will be my meal. So the animals were scared. They said, okay, we will do as you say. So the first day, the animals decided to send a deer. Ma'am, can we have the next screen? Yes, and the lion was so happy with himself. He ate and he felt very, very full and satisfied. He ate the deer and he was waiting for the next day and for his next meal. So the next day, ma'am, we can change the screen. So the next day, when all the animals were having a meeting, they decided, okay, so now we are going to send the rabbit. It was the rabbit's turn. Okay, and how do you think the rabbit was feeling when it came to know the lion was going to eat him? I think he would have felt a little scared, a little nervous. Is that a good feeling? You can share in the chat box. And if we can give somebody a chance to talk. Vanya, you're on mute.
Was it a good feeling?
Ma'am, it was a bad feeling.
Oh, you think feeling scared is a bad feeling? Yeah. And how do you think the lion was feeling? Because he was going to get to eat. What do you think the lion must be feeling that day?
Happy.
Yeah, I think he was happy. He was excited. And how is that feeling? Is it a good feeling?
Good feeling, ma'am.
Yes, I agree with you. But you know what? It depends on what you do after you feel that happy feeling or that scared feeling that makes it good or bad emotion, right? So one is that you're feeling happy. That's a feeling that you have. And your emotion attached to that makes what action you do that attaches it to your emotion. I think it is complicated, right? I can see that you're not following. So let me go ahead with the story and we will talk more. Remember, I told you that I was feeling nervous, but it's not a bad thing, you know? So let's see how. So the rabbit, he was scared, right? And instead of panicking, oh my God, what am I going to do? The lion is going to eat me. And he was not crying. He was not panicking. What did the rabbit do instead? He started thinking. He waited and he came up with a plan. What could he do to save himself? What could he do to not feel scared? Like we had one of the students share that she reads the Hanuman Chalisa. Yeah, so he also thought, what can I do to not feel so scared? So he came up with a plan. And when he met the lion, he told the lion, there is another big lion in this jungle. And he says he's the king of the jungle. So that made the lion very, very angry. He was like, what? Another lion in my jungle? Where is this other big lion? I want to go. I will go and fight him. He cannot eat you. I will eat you. So the rabbit took him to a well and he said that the other lion is sitting inside that well. So the lion king, he peeped inside the well. And when he peeped inside the well, what did he see? He saw his reflection. He saw his own image in the water, like how you can see your own face in the mirror. The water reflected his face. And he thought that was another lion. And he was so angry, he roared, roar. And then he could hear his own voice echo back, and the echo was louder, and there was a louder roar. And he got so angry. How can this lion roar back at me? So he jumped into the well to fight the lion. And what happened? He drowned and he died. So you see, the rabbit was scared, okay? And what he did when he was scared, he waited, he thought. It was not a good feeling to be scared, but he came with a plan and he made his negative feeling into a positive feeling, right? And what happened to the lion when he was angry? When he was angry, he did not wait to think. He said, I'm going to go fight that other lion. And he just, went with all his anger and he jumped into the well without thinking. And that did not convert his feeling to a positive thing. And he died, right? So the next time you're feeling nervous or angry, remember to stop and think, how can you change this into a good emotion? So that's why I was saying that no emotion is good or bad. And what you do with the feeling makes your behavior good or bad. Do we understand? Do you want to ask more about how we change the feeling to positive or negative? If we can have some of the kids talk, because I've been talking for a long time now. Arish, yes. Hi. You are on mute.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
My name is Ashupriti. Ma'am, when any person or animal get angry, he didn't think. He only just do that he wants to do.
Yeah. So what do you think next time you're feeling angry, what will you do?
Ma'am, before we get angry, we have to first think.
Yeah, you should wait for a little while and think. Okay, feeling angry is not bad, right?
Yes.
If somebody is unfair to you, if somebody is cheating to you with you, if somebody is lying, it will make you feel angry, right?
Yes.
So feeling angry is not a bad thing at all. But When you're angry, you cannot hit somebody. When you're angry, you cannot throw things, right? Instead, stop for a minute and think what you want to do with your anger. And then that will help you to change it into a positive behavior, right? Thank you so much, Arish. I can see Shivansh also wants to share something.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think whenever we are nervous, so ma'am, before we should always think that how to overcome the problem and make a plan that how should we overcome this problem.
Yes,
we should not get nervous that what should we do. We should think the ways with the help of which we can overcome the problem.
Yeah. And you know what helps me when I'm feeling nervous? I take deep breaths. Sometimes that helps.
Yeah, ma'am,
Yes.
the same thing I do sometimes.
Yeah, that's amazing. So we are same like that. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. I can see Apurva also wants to share. Apurva, hi, how are you?
Hello, ma'am. My name is Aditi Sharma, and I tell you that when I am angry, I do meditation. I'm in a spiritual practice like Sahaj Yoga, and when I am angry, so I do not say anything because I know it's not a thing to solve the problem. We have to think first.
That's amazing. Sometimes counting to 10 also works, right? There are so many techniques to take a break and think when you have a bad feeling, how you can deal with that feeling. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, like rains. Now rains have started, right? And I like rains. But then I don't like that it's wet everywhere and there are mosquitoes. And I'm sure sometimes some of you might be feeling sad that, oh, you cannot go out to play. Your mother or your father might be telling you, oh, don't go out to play. It's too wet. You will dirty your clothes. You will have mosquitoes biting you. So if you wait and think, figure out a plan, what can I do to keep the mosquitoes away, right? So there are so many ways that you can save yourself like that. And then if you want to play out in the rain, right? So you can think of some nice things also about the rain. It is not as good as summer for some kids, but I love getting wet in the rain. So, and if you enjoy it as well, you could feel grateful that it's raining outside. Maybe if your mother or your father is saying, no, don't go outside, you will get wet. You pull them also. You say, come, mama, let's go get wet in the rain. You take your parents also and you can enjoy the rain. So what happens? Instead of feeling irritated, why it's raining, I wanted to go to my friend's place, now mama is not allowing me. You can have your own little party. You can go out and get wet in the rain and you can have a good time with your family, right? So this way, what did we do? We thought that, oh, I'm not feeling very happy with this rain because it has disturbed my plan. But then you changed it into a good or a positive thing by figuring out a plan to keep the mosquitoes away, to enjoy that time and do something else instead, which you would like doing. So this is also called as gratitude, okay? We had gratitude for the rain because we could get wet in the rain. And sometimes you can convert a bad situation into a good situation when you start feeling gratitude, okay? So what do you think gratitude means? If you want to type in the chat box, I would like to see your answers. What do you understand when I say that feeling grateful or feeling gratitude? Okay, so feeling thankful, feeling grateful. Gratitude means being grateful. Yes, that's correct. So when do you feel gratitude? We feel gratitude when somebody does something nice for you. You can feel gratitude when your family member or your friend or your teacher or someone has been nice to you. When you feel like saying thank you to someone for something, that is a feeling of gratitude. It makes your heart happy. Yeah. So that is gratitude. I think most of you understand what gratitude means. Yes, I can see in the chat box. Kindness, somebody says happy, thankful. Okay, let's watch a story about gratitude jar now. Mansi ma'am, if you could share the video. And we will watch, this is a 5-minute video. We will watch the video and then we can continue talking again, right?
My Gratitude Jar. Written and illustrated by me, Kristen Weens. One day at school, Miss Lane gave everyone a jar. This is your gratitude jar, she said. Gratitude means being thankful. It's a good idea to take time every day to remember to be grateful. You can be grateful for big things, like when you make a new friend. You can be grateful for little things, like when someone smiles at you. There is no right or wrong way to be grateful. Every day, we will take a few minutes to stop and pay attention to what we are grateful for at that moment. We will write it down and put it into our gratitude jar. Why are we making gratitude jars, I asked. Miss Lane said, there are 2 reasons. One reason is that when we take time to be grateful, we feel happier. What is the other reason, I asked. You will have to wait and see, she said. We spent the afternoon decorating our jars. I put blue polka dots all over mine. The next day, we all wrote down something we were grateful for. I asked Miss Lane again, what is the other reason for our gratitude jars? She said, wait and see. In a few weeks, our gratitude jars were full of things we were thankful for. Most days, I wrote down 1 thing. Some days, I wrote down 2. One day, I wrote down 3 things I was grateful for. It was a very good day. I asked Miss Lane again, what is the second reason for our gratitude jars? She said, wait and see. I am grateful I found a quarter on the ground. I am grateful I got an invitation to Benjamin's birthday party. I am grateful we can play soccer outside at lunch. A few days later, I had a very bad day. When I got out of bed, I stepped right on top of the castle that I had built the night before. It hurt a lot and wrecked the castle. I spilled my oatmeal all over the kitchen floor. I had to clean it up all by myself. We were out of my favorite bubblegum flavored toothpaste. I had to use the mint kind. The mint kind hurts my mouth. Then my brother called me Shrimp. I hate it when he calls me Shrimp. When I got to school, I was grumpy. When I got my gratitude jar, I had nothing to write. Now Miss Lane would be mad. Now my day would get worse. I needed a complaint jar, not a gratitude jar. There is nothing to be thankful for today, I told Miss Lane. I am not grateful for this morning. I am not grateful for school. And I am certainly not grateful for my brother. It sounds like you had a rough start to your day, said Miss Lane. Some days are like that. So today is the day you get to learn the second reason for your gratitude jar. Even though I was grumpy, I still wanted to know the second reason. Miss Lane said, today, instead of writing a new gratitude, you get to open your jar and read all of the gratitudes you have already written. That's it? That's the other reason? That doesn't seem very important. Try it and see. Before you open your jar, you might want to take a few deep breaths. When I have a bad day, taking a few deep breaths always helps. It makes me feel a bit calmer. See if it helps you too. I took a big breath in and slowly blew it out. I took a big breath in and slowly blew it out. I took a big breath in and slowly blew it out. I think it did help. I felt a little calmer. I opened my jar and took out the gratitudes one by one. I read them all. Then I started to understand the second reason. I felt less grumpy. I remembered that not all days were bad days. Lots of days were good days. The last note in the gratitude jar was not one that I had written. It was from Miss Lane. I am thankful for Jacob. He helps make the classroom a happier place. That made me smile. I picked up my pencil and began to write. I am grateful for my gratitude jar. And Miss Lane. The end.
So, did you all like the story about the gratitude jar? And did you understand the story, right? Maybe you all can decorate one gratitude jar with stickers and glitters and paint on it. Or you could make this like a class activity after this session today. Maybe you can take a gratitude jar, take it to your school, ask your art teacher that, ma'am, we want to do this. And maybe everybody in your class can make a gratitude jar. Does someone want to share what they understand from the story? If we could have somebody talk, ma'am.
Yeah.
Raina, hi.
Ma'am, my name is Rania.
Rania. Okay, I'm so sorry. Rania. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, we are not always grumpy. If we think about the days before, we will get happy. Like in the story, the girl was not happy, so she wrote about the days before she did, and then she became happy.
Yeah, yes, please go ahead.
So we should never be grumpy and never think that we cannot do anything. We can do everything. Nothing is impossible.
Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah, but sometimes I can be grumpy. So if somebody breaks something that I really like, okay, if my phone breaks, I cannot do anything without my phone. I will obviously be very grumpy. I might even be sad. I could be angry. And we talked how no emotion is good or bad. But then when you feel grumpy, we said, how can we change this grumpy, mad, angry, sad situation into a positive situation? By using gratitude, right? Like how that boy in the story did. So he started reading all the things he was grateful for previous days, right? Someday when you're feeling irritated that if my phone is broken, I'm not going to feel very happy. I'm not going to thank people or thank God for anything. So that day, maybe I can pull out my chits from my gratitude jar and see what was making me happy yesterday and day before that. And then probably you will start feeling happy when you realize you have so many blessings, right? Thank you so much. Does anybody else want to share? Hi, Ira. Hi.
Hi, ma'am.
So what do you want to say? You want to share something about the story?
Ma'am, we have to always be thankful.
Yeah, that's what you understood from the story.
Yes, ma'am.
And how does that help you?
This also always be thankful.
That's right. So even if something bad happens to you someday, you can still be thankful for something else that is not so bad or is good in your life, right? And then maybe you stop feeling so bad about that other thing which was making you feel bad, and you might feel happy, right? So do you want to share, does somebody else want to share about a time when they were not feeling very happy, or they were feeling angry or grumpy or sad? And what is their idea to convert it into a positive situation? Hi. Chahat, right?
Yes,
So can you tell me?
sometimes I feel grumpy when I break something or I feel left out. But then I take deep breaths and think about those days when I spent with my friends happily.
It's amazing. So I think you're already practicing gratitude. You already know what to do when you don't have very good feelings, right?
I also do chanting sometimes.
That's amazing. So sometimes our feelings are so big, our emotions are so big that they are not comfortable emotions, right? Feeling grumpy or sad is not a good feeling to have. So on those days, chanting can help, deep breaths can help, and gratitude, I promise you, definitely helps. So I hope that you all will go home today. You are already at home, sorry. So you all will go to school tomorrow and talk about this with your friends, maybe talk about this with your teacher, and make gratitude jars. Start practicing it. That's an activity you can do tomorrow. Yes. Jyoti, I cannot read the name. Yes. Hi, how are you?
Emma, my name is Dara. I study in class 3rd F.
Hi.
When I get mad and when I say Radhe and I hug my mama and kiss it, then I'm happy.
That's wonderful. So I see that all of you have very nice coping mechanisms, and you all know how to deal with big feelings and emotions. All right. So now I think all of you have one fruit with you in maybe a tiffin box or something, right? So can everybody share in the chat box what is their favorite fruit? Open the tiffin box and see that if your favorite fruit is inside the tiffin box. If somebody wants to share, we can have one person talk and the others can start taking a bite of the fruit. See if it is sweet, and how do you feel when you eat that fruit? Is it yummy? Is it fresh? Yes, hi, Suparna. You're on mute, yes.
My name is Rudrakshi. This is my mother's name.
Yes, sometimes it happens. Yeah, tell me.
So, my favorite fruit is apple, mangoes, and everything.
Oh, you like all fruits. Even I love fruits.
But
So
I don't like jackfruit a lot.
yeah, it has a very strong taste. Sometimes it can get little strong, the smell for some people. I understand. Okay. So do you have jackfruit in your tiffin box today?
No, I got apples.
You have apples, no? Great. So you can have a bite of the apples. Okay, while some of you are eating, I can have one child talk to me, and we can, one idea per child, yeah? We can take turns because there are so many kids who want to talk. So if you can, while having the fruit, if you can think of how did that fruit come into your tiffin box? Who made that possible? If somebody wants to share, how did that come? One thing about the fruit. Divjot, yes.
Ma'am, I don't have fruit. Can I get it?
Yes, please go and get it. Go. If we can have somebody else share. Yes, Pearl, if you can tell me, how did that fruit come in your tiffin box? Or how do you have a fruit in front of you in a bowl or a plate or whatever? Who made that possible?
Whenever I wake up, my mother daily wakes up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock and quickly makes my tiffin.
Yeah,
Even if she sleeps very late, she would always get up for me.
that's wonderful how mothers can work like that, right? Sometimes it feels like it's magic. Even my mother does so much work. She's older than your mother. She's probably my age. Your mother is probably my age. But my mother also does so many things. And sometimes I, like it, but I forget to thank her. So gratitude is all about thanking, right? So you can probably thank her for giving that fruit or for waking up and making your tiffin today. If somebody else can say something that happened before the tiffin. So your mother or your father, somebody in your house put the fruit for you. How did that fruit come in your house?
My grandfather daily goes out after waking up. He gets fresh and he always goes outside to get fruits and vegetables.
Wonderful, Pearl. Thank you. So you know where the fruit came in your house from, right? If Avika can tell me, so the fruit is in your house, somebody has already got it, but what happened before that? Where did they get the fruit from?
They get the fruit from the tree.
From the tree. Yeah. But I don't think somebody goes daily and plucks fruits in your house from the tree. Maybe they can go and buy from somebody.
Ma'am, the farmer collects them and sell it, and the greengrocer sells us.
Right. So we have already seen, so your mother, father, grandfather, somebody put the fruit for you, they bought it home. Yeah. Then you've talked about the farmer growing the fruit, right? So if somebody else can share before the farmer sold the fruit, so some marketplace he must have gone to and he must have sold the fruit. Before the farmer sold the fruit, what happened? How did that fruit grow on the tree or the plant? Yes, Arush. Yes, Arush.
Ma'am, the fruit came from a seed. The seed came from the another fruit, and the last fruit seller sold the fruit, and then we took out the seed, and then we planted it. Then it grew another tree. Then it became a fruit.
That's wonderful. So you have told me the entire cycle. Yes. So there was a seed which came from another fruit. So you see, for that one fruit, for you to be eating that fruit right now, Arush, and all the other kids, so many people were involved. And when you eat the fruit, do you always think about all these people? No, I don't think so. Sometimes, so if somebody gives me, cabbage, I don't like eating cabbages, right? So if somebody gives me a cabbage sabji, sometimes I feel very grumpy. I'm like, I don't want to have cabbage. I don't want to do it. But then my gratitude idea comes in my mind, and I think of all the people who were involved. Somebody bought the cabbage, somebody chopped it, they made it into a sabji or a salad. And then I'm feeling a little less irritated or grumpy. And I feel grateful for having so many people work for having that one cabbage sabji on my plate. So when you think of all this, you can feel immense gratitude. One thing we have not discussed is, even in the soil, there are microorganisms. They are helping the soil get better. They are fertilizing your soil. There is sun, there is water, right? So there are elements from nature also which make it possible for the food to be on your table. So it's not just people, it is nature also. So when you think of how huge this entire chain is, when you're eating something as simple as one fruit, and you can do this with everything that you use in a day. So tonight, I want all of you during dinner to talk about the food on your plate. Maybe you can quiz your parents. So who do you think made it possible? Maybe your parents will say, oh, I cooked it, or the cook cooked it. And, I bought the fruit or the vegetable. And then you can tell them about this huge big chain of people who were involved in getting that one vegetable, one roti, one dal, rice onto their plate. And you will feel so much gratitude. And everybody you will see is having their food happily. And you could have taught one nice thing to your parents as well. And you can probably make that as a habit. Do you all want to try that today? Who all are going to try? Show me a thumbs up if you're going to try it. Yeah? Thank you so much. I feel very happy. So, gratitude is like a magnet. Why am I saying that you should feel gratitude? You should feel gratitude. Because gratitude is like a magnet for bringing good things and events in your life. And not just food. So even the napkin, if you have a napkin that you're wiping your hands after eating the fruit, you can think of what all happened for this napkin to be here with me, right? Or if you open your tap and you're washing your hands, you can think about how did this water come into my tap? And you will feel immense gratitude. And the more you say thank you, the more gratitude you feel, the more things, the good things that you can attract in your life, because gratitude is a magnet to attract good things in your life. If now more kids want to talk, we can open up for questions, because I can see that we are almost running out of time. And I want to talk to more kids. If we can unmute somebody and let them talk. If anybody has questions about gratitude, about changing a positive, negative feeling to positive, anything that you want to talk about today's class, a gratitude jar maybe.
Teacher,
Yes, Ranjana.
teacher, I like this all fruits.
That's amazing. I can see there are so many fruits on your plate. So for each fruit, you can think of how many people were involved to get that fruit to your house, right?
Yes, teacher.
Did you eat something today in class? Did you eat one of the fruits?
Teacher, this apple.
Oh, you had an apple. That's amazing. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, teacher.
So, because you enjoyed it so much, it's not always necessary that when you're feeling bad or grumpy only you have to feel gratitude, right? You already feel good while having the apple. So that time also you can say your gratitude, right? So tell me 3 things that you're grateful for that apple being on your plate today or in your tummy right now. He talked about so many things. The huge big chain, how that apple came, how you ate the apple and it went into your stomach.
Small, big. Teacher, from the seed. That seed grows small. From that, the tree become. From that tree, the apples came.
Right. So are you thankful for the seed to have sprouted? So you're thanking nature, Mother Nature for it, right? For the tree growing. For the tree to grow, there was sun, water, soil. That's amazing. So those are 2 things. And the third thing, what did you say? Who are you thanking?
To that people, those who do that seeds and making that trees and save the earth.
Right. So to the farmer, somebody who grew the fruit. Thank you so much.
Teacher,
If we can have you share what you want to talk.
Ma'am, my favorite fruit is watermelon.
Ah, amazing. What do you like about watermelon?
Ma'am, watermelon is cool, sweet. Cool and sweet.
Yes, it is juicy, sweet, cool. And it feels so nice to have a watermelon in summer, right? When you're feeling hot and sweaty.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what are the 2 things that you're going to do after class now?
Ma'am, first I will make my gratitude jar, and second I will I will also speak to my friends that they also make a gratitude jar.
That's amazing, Ayansh. Thank you. I want to say thank you to you because you had this idea of teaching gratitude jar to your friends, for sharing this amazing idea with your friends. And then maybe every day you can discuss, oh, I wrote this in my gratitude jar. And when you hear other people's gratitudes, you get more idea. You feel happy when your friend is feeling happy, right? So that's a great idea. Thank you so much, Ayansh. Does anybody else want to say something? Yes. Hi.
My name is Pragni and my favorite fruit is dragon fruit.
You like dragon fruit. That's amazing.
Thankful for the farmers because they sell the dragon fruits.
Yeah, they grew it and they sold the dragon fruit. Yeah. I don't get dragon fruits where I am. I am in Ahmedabad and we don't get dragon fruits. But whenever I get a chance to try it, I am definitely going to try it and think about you and think about the farmer who grew it. Thank you so much. Does anybody else want to say something?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
I want to share my experience with this jar.
That's amazing. You already have a gratitude jar. I am so impressed. Yes, tell us.
And if you are grateful of everything, God gives you more things.
That's right. It is like a magnet. You already know quite a bit about gratitude. So can you, if it's not very personal, can you pull out one chit and read to us what you have written in one of your chits?
Yes.
So do you do this every day?
Thank for my nice mother.
That's wonderful. I am sure your mother is going to be so happy when she finds out that you have written that. And I am also a mother. So when my kids thank me for it, I feel so happy. My heart is so happy. It is full of happiness and it wants to burst out of that happiness. So please go and tell your mother that. I'm sure she will love it. Thank you so much. Does somebody else want to share something? Aura, hi.
Hi, ma'am.
So do you want to share something or do you have a question for me?
No, ma'am, I have to share something.
Okay.
Ma'am, I am thankful for nature, parents, and all the fruits and vegetables we eat.
That's amazing. Yeah. So, 3 things you've already told me. Can you think about something else that you use every day? And can you tell me the big, long chain, 3 things somebody must have made that happen? Okay, the t-shirt that you're wearing, maybe. Okay, no problem, Aura. Can I help you? So for the t-shirt, you can trace back and think about the chain. So I like this t-shirt. I like the red color. So I'm grateful that, somebody bought this t-shirt for me, the red t-shirt. Then you can be grateful to the t-shirt that, it covers your body and it keeps you warm. And you can be grateful for the person or the factory, the brand that made the t-shirt for you. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you can think about your parents who work so hard to earn money because the t-shirt must have cost some money, or whoever gifted it to you, they must have paid for the t-shirt. So this is how you can trace back for everything that you use in a day. Thank you so much, Aura. Does anybody else want to say something?
Almost 800 students if you want to talk to them.
So I can read that somebody is saying that some of my friends don't have gratitude and they are not kind to other boys or for their crafts and drawings. They say, Why do you do things that girls do and always do things like gaming? For them, other boys have lost their qualities. Is there any way to stop this? Oh my God. I love that you have this question. And so your question is that how can you stop other people from saying these things? Maybe you can tell your friends that, I did this class and I feel gratitude that I can play the games and or I can do art and craft. And then you can tell them about this wonderful chain of things, even if they're doing art and craft. What are the things that they have used? So the pencil, how that came, how the paper or the colors came. You can tell them about this amazing list of people who were involved in making that happen. And also, maybe if you're, how does that make you feel? If that makes you feel sad or frustrated, you can think about good things that you are thankful for and stop feeling bad about your friends not behaving that well. Yes, does somebody else want to share? Maybe we can take one or two kids. I'm sorry, I can see that some of the kids are really waiting. I can see all of you are raising hands, but there are so many kids. You know what? I have an idea. Before share, I have an idea. Whatever you have not been able to share today, please write in the chat, and I promise I will read your chats. And you must have got a message from school, so you can share it with your teachers and your teachers will share it with me. Yes, Cherry?
Mom, my name is actually seated. I'm joining from the ID. It's my sister studies in that school, and I'm even studying that school. So
Okay.
ma'am, I'm actually eating jamun like
That's nice. I know very few kids who like jamun. Amazing. So what do you like about jamun?
Mom, I like about it like you can enjoy them whenever you want. If you don't want to eat lunch, you can just eat them or eat any fruit. Like I just ate a mango because I didn't eat my lunch.
Okay. So I think sometimes it's okay to just have fruits. But some days your body will more nutrition, more things. So it's not always a great idea to skip lunch, right? I love fruits, but I don't fruit lunch.
Mom, I actually eat lunch every day, but just sometimes like once in a month, once in a week, like that.
Sometimes even I feel like I just have fruits for lunch. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I can see that we are running out of time. Sumitra ma'am.
Yes. That was wonderful. How the time passed, I guess none of us noticed. Yeah. To end now, yes. So a big thank you to you, Suchita.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
For such a beautifully curated session. Beautifully curated. There couldn't be a better way to explain the importance of being grateful and kind. So beautifully you put it across, and the children grasped it. That's what I was watching. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank our presenter, Shri Cement Limited and Education for All Trust. Last but not the least, I would also say a big thank you to all our viewers and listeners. Without their enthusiasm, this session would not have been successful. So stay well and stay safe, everybody. Goodbye for now. We hope to see you, Suchita, again, and you children again.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you all the kids. I can see that you have waited for a chance, and thank you for being so patient and for sharing everything about your day, your gratitude ideas. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, everyone.